We've all experienced the tremendous heat over the last few days. And I think we all know intellectually that this is as a result of climate change and the fact that we are part of a global economy that is based on burning fossil fuels. And yet I think that we don't yet fully accept this on an emotional level, and that we haven't yet got into touch with the tremendous wounds that we as a culture have done to Mother Earth. And we haven't yet prepared ourselves emotionally for the radical changes that we need to make in our culture. And I'm speaking as a culture, not just as a community of practitioners here. And perhaps if we did so, we would think twice about, for example, traveling long distances to come to a retreat like this. And not just that, but on an everyday level, every one of us is part of this system which is wounding Mother Earth every day. And so really my question is how can we prepare ourselves emotionally, accept emotionally the damage that we have done and are doing, and prepare ourselves emotionally for radical change to the way that we live.
Dear community, our friend's question is about climate change and the fact that scientists and many others are telling us we need to make radical changes in our way of living and consuming and producing energy in order to stop climate change. And our friend's question is, how can we prepare ourselves emotionally for those radical changes? Or maybe also, what insight do we need to get in order to be ready to make these kind of radical changes in our own lives and our collective society?
We live deeply our life every moment, so that we be able to have the insight, to notice in the inside that one day this planet Earth will change drastically. Maybe all the civilization will collapse. Human race will die. Most of us will die if we continue like this. And it's coming. It's not imagination anymore. It's real stuff. And that's why we invite everybody to live deeply and to notice in the inside of impermanence. Life is vulnerable. Life is change. And one day we all have to die. We'll die together. And we'll come back again. Don't worry about it. That's how Mother Earth, majestically of Mother Earth, that she will take us away and then she'll bring us back. And the Buddha say we have, reborn and die thousands of lifetimes. So this remove the fear, of that we're going to die. Actually, we're going to die together if we continue this consuming, ignorant and not aware of what we are doing. Everybody are destroying Mother Earth. Everyone. Like if you walk to Lower Hamlet, you don't destroy Mother Earth. But if you drive, you destroy Mother Earth. And Lower Hamlet is only 3 kilometers. And people are still driving. You see, so most of us are not aware of our action, our way of life. And we contribute to the depletion of natural, harmony, create more global warming, more carbon dioxide on the air, and it traps the heat. That's why the temperature raises. We are very hot here. Can you imagine in Africa, in Asia, they are burning that over there. You see, and now all the ice in the North Pole and South Pole are melting like almost, 1/3 of them, more than 1/3. So live deeply will change our way of life. And that is the only way to rescue Mother Earth. If we don't, we'll die together sooner. The way you consume, the way we drive the car, the way we use electricity, the way we use the washing machine, And you talk about big company now, they bring into our environment a lot of pollution, a lot of stuff. Car, driving the car, is the main cause of global warming. So everyone need, to use more bicycle. I think it's better to use bicycle. And walk more, every day walk more. Don't always just turn on the car. Even in our community here, we have a lot of cars. And sometimes they're not necessary to use the car, we still use the car. So this brother are not aware what's going on, And he not aware of his action. He just enjoy driving, hand out. So not everyone of us are aware of what's going on. Because our awareness, our mindfulness is too weak. We want comfort life. We want to run after sensual, impression, sensual pleasure. So we destroy our planet Earth. So we need to light up the inside that we are going to die together if we continue like this. And for me, it's not fighting, it's the awareness. Lit up the awareness, a collective awareness. Because as I say, many of us are not aware of their own action. The time that they use things, they destroy the environment. They throw things away, they destroy the environment. They consume things, they destroy the environment. And they destroy the Mother Earth. And the Buddha say, the environment is our own life. The environment is the nature and we are the nurture. We are the human nurture, nourishing, embracing by Mother Earth. If we destroy Mother Earth, we destroy our own life. So it's very clear. So keep the insight that, only mindfulness, only daily moment-to-moment awareness. So I agree with Sister Hieng Nghiêm that the 5 mindfulness training to live deeply our life is the way out of this chaos of over-consuming, of too much pollution, too much carbon dioxide, go into the air. I think the whole nation, if we all just ride bicycle, it will save the planet Earth. And if one nation do like that, another nation like that will save planet Earth. I think in Holland they use a lot of bicycle. In Denmark they use a lot of bicycle. All students, they run by bicycle. How about America? We should use bicycle. You see? So it's all awareness, bring awareness to a collective that we are destroying our life sooner if we continue like this. Less consumption, more natural, agriculture, industrial, less, pollution, more natural. Then we be able to live a bit longer. Maybe a couple million years longer. But if we continue like this, I don't know how long we're going to stay. Maybe 50 years, that's it. The earth will explode. It's too much. The heat is too much. So reflect about it. We are responsible for this. Don't blame anybody. Anybody here haven't taken the 5 mindfulness training? Go for it. It's a very concrete way, beautiful way of life. It's living that protecting environment, other living being, living a compassionate, lifestyle. No killing. Anybody eat meat? Less meat. Anybody here eat, drink milk, eat cheese? Less of that. Eat chicken? Less of that. So it's very, very clear question for us to change our way of life. Sometimes we know intellectually, but our habit, energy, our behavior, we like to eat, good food. We like to eat so that a lot of consumption. And when a lot of consumption, people have to raise cattle, kill a lot, cut a lot of forest, then we destroy our planet Earth. So ideally, we want to protect Mother Earth, but our behavior will destroy Mother Earth. So it's a way to transform our way of life, transform our temptation of the tongue. Usually it comes from the tongue. Sensual impression, sensual pleasure. That is where we all collectively, contribute to this depletion of natural resource and create a lot of heaviness for our Mother Earth. So I'd like to share with you that we need to be hand in hand, remind everybody. We need to do it together, not individually. Individually, we are too powerless. Like injustice, compared to, political and economic, circle, we are like powerless. That's why we need to share collectively. I like the idea of doing the eco-village, eco-village, like 10 family, 20 family living together in a very biological, gardening, sharing food, not using too much electricity, not using too much, things that destroy Mother Earth. So eco-village can be spread out, just like the way of Plum village. But Plum village now, we have to be very careful. We are a little bit consuming right now. And less practice, but consuming a lot. So we are going the wrong direction right now. You need to wake up. Less simple consumption. Less car driving. Less wasting electricity. Less wasting our food. Less commercial thing. We sell a lot of stuff right now. I think that's too much. So I'm talking about how I see things, that we are part of this depletion of our Mother. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Thầy, for a very beautiful answer. So I would like to add a little bit. Don't wait until the world changes to be happy. Happy right now, right this moment. I don't know if you experience when you go to the bus, especially moving from Upper Hamlet to New Hamlet, or New Hamlet to Low Hamlet, or to Upper Hamlet. And when we are on the bus, especially after lunchtime, if we are noisy and we talk a lot, it makes us feel more, it's hotter. But we are quiet, we go back to enjoy ourselves, the atmosphere becomes cooler. So we ourselves contribute a lot in the global changing by our mind. So if we go back to calm down ourselves, to nourish ourselves with joy and happiness, we already contribute a lot. For example, in this meditation hall, here even we feel hot, but it's not too hot. But if we imagine that many hundreds of people here are with each other, talk a lot, so this meditation hall become hotter. So it depends a lot on our mind too. So we have to practice in such a way that we calm down ourselves. We bring the freshness and the cool to other people around us. And in the practice, we practice as a collective Sangha, and also at the same time we practice as an individual. We don't wait until the people practice, then we practice. For example, living in the community, sometimes there's different point of view, different idea. So we have to go to agree with the way we live together. But in the way we live together, if you want to protect the earth more, so you can do more. It's not necessary that you follow exactly what they are doing. For example, if you want to protect the environment, so people serve you the tissue, but if you want to protect the Mother Earth, you don't need. It's not necessary that you have to use it. It's also contribute a lot for the Mother Earth already. So as Thầy Pháp Đăng already shared, we can reduce the amount of meat, the amount of wine, the amount of everything we are using. Is already contribute a lot. But I think that the heat in our body, we also contribute for the global changing. Climate change. So please go back to ourselves, and if everyone go back to ourselves, we will contribute a lot. Like the Bodhisattva Avalokitesvara, they use the Dhamma nectar is to make the people cool. Because when we practice compassion in ourselves, we develop the Dhamma nectar, and we not only help us to cool down ourselves, but we also help other people to cool down themselves too, especially the people around us. And if we bring this kind of practice home, and you practice at your home, so your practice will penetrate the people around you in your family. And your member in your family practice well, and they go out with their family, with their friends, or with their co-worker, so they also help the other people, and the freshness will penetrate in other people. So when we practice, even we thought that we practice for ourselves, but the result is very big. We can help many, many people by going back to ourselves. It is the individual side that we would like to contribute for the Mother Earth, for the global. And of course, in the collective side, so we do whatever we can as a group, as a family, as a community, we also contribute. So individual and collective have to go together, parallels, in order that we can contribute more for Mother Earth. Thank you for your listening.